Hey, this is Lucky Robin, and this is update 6 for the 2020 organic garden. I've got a break in the weather finally, so I can get out here. Haven't been able to do too terribly much this week because it's just been so cold and raining all the time. It's like it's not even late spring or something. But the tomato plants are doing really well, the early girl and the big boy. The peas have really taken off with all the rain. And weeded out the strawberries. There have been 2 ripe strawberries out of here so far. Weeded out the rest of the bin, and the cucumbers are finally starting to look a little less worse for wear. It was so hot for like 3 days straight that everything scorched, and now it's just been pouring for the last several days, so they seem to be have recovered somewhat. The San Marzano have taken off a lot. I got to get in here and weed the bottom though, and if you look in here you can see that there's a lot of strawberries that are close to being ready. In fact, I think there might be one that is. And then I've gotten about 6 off of these bins, and it looks like there's 1 or 2 that might be ready now. And of course the radishes, I've been harvesting left and right. I think I gotta not plant so many next time and succession plant a little better. There's some carrots that are in there, but they did not do very well with germination. I did buy more seeds so that are from this year. So after I clear these weeds out of here again, I will plant more carrots and just a few more radishes, maybe 3 rows of radishes instead of as many as I did, because you can see how big the icicle radishes are in there. Peppers are doing pretty good. We picked off all the flowers. There was one that was even producing a pepper, but we picked it off because we want these guys to get bigger. We don't want them to start producing at this level. Roses continue to bloom and be beautiful. And the blueberries continue to go from itty bitty tiny little green things to stuff actually resembling the size of a blueberry. Apple tree is just loaded. The more the season goes along, the more apples you can see. The other blueberry bush is doing just as well, if not better, than that one. So we got the roof off the turkey coop, so that all that's left now is this platform, which my husband pressure washed, but it looks like somebody flew over it and left a little treat. We're killing the grass over there, hopefully in time to plant some later potatoes. I don't know. We need to get this up off of this section and laid down over there so we can kill that, and then build a raised bed for right here. Zucchini is doing great. I've got to weed the bottom of it though. The echinacea is getting bigger, and you can see that the buds are just starting to form. And the bee balm, no buds yet, and it also needs to be weeded. Now the corn has grown quite a bit, but the weeds really took off with all this rain, so we're gonna have to pull this up and weed in here. If this stays nice, I'm hoping to get to that this afternoon. And then the beans also are being taken over I think maybe next year I'm just going to use landscape fabric and put holes in it over the where I want to plant the seeds. And I need to put some more seeds in the ground because my germination rate was not that good for only being last year's seeds. It should have been better. When I did the germination test in the house, it was. We got to get the weeds out of here, poke some more seeds in the ground, and I do have some newer seeds that I got as well, I picked up. So hopefully that will happen. Been working on getting this last segment out of here. These dock are going to have to be dug out, but we've pretty much cleared out this whole section, and then the lilacs have to be pulled out. Now over here we managed to get some more potatoes planted. See, we did 5 rows, and then about a week later we did 5 more rows. So these last 2 rows are russets and yellows, and then I'm hoping we can get 3 rows of reds planted in here. I might only be able to fit 2, but I have enough seed potatoes for 3. And over here, planted an osteospermum and a carnation. This is a carnation I gave to Mom for Mother's Day, and she wanted me to plant them out here. And then the petunias are all doing really well. And then this on the end is another, it's a violet osteospermum. I think the other one's coral or peach or something. And then the calendula, which I thought I was going to lose, has actually come back pretty well. And so hopefully that will do good. I have not yet planted the broccoli or the spinach. They're in there with water. And then I've got to get this porch cleaned up as well. The phlox still doesn't have any signs of flowers on it yet. And there's lots of yellow strawberries in there, but nothing's close to being ripe yet. And come over here. I believe these are the cosmos that are coming up. I don't know what this or this is. I don't know if it's a weed or if it's delphinium. I have to look that up. Lettuce is coming along under there, as are the cucumbers. Kohlrabi's really taken off. I'm going to have to actually get the cage built for this because they're pressing against the top. And the mint, spearmint and peppermint, doing really well. So is the dwarf oregano. Now, the beets that I planted from the packet that got left out in the rain, I don't think any of these are beets. They don't look anything like these. And I think that might be a nasturtium in the corner. And I didn't plant the nasturtium over here. I planted them over there. But the beets that are in here are doing okay. Got 1 or 2 that I think I lost, but otherwise they're fine. And the lemon basil is just not doing well. The chives are about to go to seed, so I want to save some of those. And the poppy I rescued this is a double red poppy, and I'm going to save the seeds off of that. And the yarrow is doing okay. I mean, it's kind of all over the place, but that's another lemon basil, and it did not do well again. So maybe lemon basil needs more shade. Parsley's gotten really big. The sage is starting to look really lush again. I have some nasturtiums coming up in here, but not nearly as many as I planted. And there's weeds as well. The thyme is in full bloom. I really need to cut this back now that it's had a chance to recover. Celery's doing well. I still don't know what that is in the corner, but I definitely think it's a brassica. Need to put some more fertilizer on this one, I think. It's still kind of yellow. and it's been getting plenty of rain, so it isn't lack of water. The sun gold needs to get itself back over here, pick off the flowers because I don't want it to make tomatoes yet. Yellow pears, same thing, it needs to get bigger before it produces. And the Rapunzel. Okay. Rosemary's still thriving away. I got some chard planted, rainbow chard. This is mostly for the rabbits. And then the cilantro has probably doubled in size. The basil is trucking along. The opal doesn't seem to be doing as well in growing as the others. It's doing okay. And then the stylettes, it's coming along. It's way behind the others because it and, oh no, that one wasn't bought last. This one was bought last. Wait, no, yeah. That not million pears, yellow pears and the stylettes were bought last, and so they're a lot smaller. And I did bury them a lot deeper as well, just because, you know, I wanted a good anchor because the wind really hits this area. Daisies are in full bloom still. Unfortunately, the neighbor has not been taking care of her portion of the hill or weeding anything in several weeks. It's all overgrown and looking horrible, but she is in the medical field and badly needed right now. I'm hoping to at least get the rest of the hill weed eated for her. I don't know if that'll happen, but it really depends on how busy we are this weekend and whether the rain will hold off. The roses are blooming. They were cut back quite a lot, so they're not up high like they usually are, but give it another couple weeks and they will be. Not too much new in here, except the lilies are open completely this week, and these flowers, these orangish red flowers, are blooming. I do not know what these are. If anyone knows what these are, could they let me know? There's a couple more peonies. They're up. I think it was just this one starting to open last week, and now this one. And the daylilies are starting to put buds out. So I'm hoping by next week we'll have daylilies in both of these. And then the wind really knocked that down and the rain made it even worse. So those peonies are in pretty bad shape, and so are these. They probably should be tied up. And then this rose bush with the little green flowers at its base that look like that is in full bloom and looks lovely. So I'll plant some stuff in here, still not sure what yet. So that is the update on the garden for this week. I do really love the Canterbury Bells. And this, which I'm not sure what it is, but it's really pretty and the bees love it.